morning, this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. We're looking at the MACDs, the moving averages and the day support and resistance levels. It is Thursday the 26th of November. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against the US dollar, looking at the hourly candlestick, gonna need to see Bitcoin move through the pivot at 18,908 to take a run at the first major resistance level sitting at 19,316. Gonna need to see support from the broader market for Bitcoin to break through to 19,000 levels again, however. So barring an extended crypto rally through the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 19,497 to cap any upside. In the event of breakout, got the second major resistance level sitting at 19,905. Failure to move through the pivot, we'll bring the first major support level sitting at 18,319 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should steer clear of sub 18,000 levels. Second major support level sits at 17,911. Looking at the MACD, got a slight narrowing of the bearish histograms, but nothing suggestive of a bullish day ahead, so need to keep an eye on that. On the EMAs, the 50 has narrowed on the 100 and the 200, however, suggestive of further downside through the morning. So key through the early part of the day, move through that pivot level at 18,908 and back through to 19,000 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels are in play. Moving across to Ethereum against the US dollar. Mixed start to the morning here. Going to need to see Ethereum move through the pivot at 576.43 to take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 598.85. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Ethereum to break back through to 590 levels, however. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 600 to pin Ethereum back. In the event of breakout, should see Ethereum test resistance at 610 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 628.92. Failure to move through the pivot, we'll bring the first major support level sitting at 546.36 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, should see Ethereum steer clear of sub 540s. Second major support level sits at 523.94. Looking at the MACD, it's got a slight narrowing of the bearish histograms here, but nothing suggestive of a bullish morning ahead. So keep an eye on that. On the EMA, the 50 has narrowed on the 100 and the 200, however, suggestive of further downside through the morning. So failure to move through that pivot level would bring support levels into play. Looking at Litecoin against the US dollar, positive start to the morning. You can see Litecoin move through the pivot at 83.48 to bring the first major resistance level at 89.01 into play. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Litecoin to break out from 85 levels. So barring an extended crypto rally through the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high that was at 90.74 to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, got the second major resistance level sitting at 96.27 to pin Litecoin back. Failure to move through the pivot, we'll bring the first major support level sitting at 76.22 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should stay clear of sub 75. Second major support level sits at 70.69. Looking at the MACD, we're seeing a slight narrowing of the bearish histogram, common theme. Nothing conclusive, however, to provide a trend. On the EMA, however, we are seeing the 50 narrow on the 100 and the 200, suggestive of further downside ahead. So look out for any signs of a bearish cross there. So failure to move through that pivot level would bring sub 80s and support levels into play. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against the US dollar, positive start to the morning. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP avoid a fallback through the pivot at 0.6453 to take a run at the first major resistance level sitting at 0.7093. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Ripple's XRP to break back through to 0.7 levels, however. So barring an extended crypto rally through the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, got the second major resistance level sitting at 0.788 and resistance at 0.8 to pin Ripple's XRP back. The fallback through the pivot will bring the first major support level sitting at 0.5665 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should stay clear of sub 0.5s. Second major support level at 0.5025 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACD, we've got a more marked narrowing of the bearish histograms, and there could be a possible bullish cross there, so keep an eye on that through the morning. That's supportive of the early upside. The EMA is holding its ground against the 100 and the 200 as well, also supporting the early morning gain. Key through the early part of the day, avoid a fall back through the pivot, break back through to 0.75 levels to bring resistance levels into play.